here is, I think, the differences between the Democratic ticket and the Republican ticket. You have one who's focused on the 1%, Republicans and Romney, and you have the Democrats who are focused on the 99%, trying to bring up wages, trying to basically give people the opportunity to have a chance, at the very least, a chance at the American dream, to help in education, to help and rebuild the infrastructure. And another one that's not really concerned at all.
I mean, we have such a successful history in this country of partnering with academia, with industry, and with the American taxpayer, and trying to make sure that we make investments that make us competitive and move the country forward. It's as if, Mitt Romney and the Tea Party people and other way more conservative Republicans have all decided they don't want to invest in America anymore. And somehow they think, you're going back to this unproven, never been successful theory of trickle down. Give Mitt and all of his pals at the country club another tax break, and sometime, I guess, in the future, we're supposed to see that, that come down and have it happen that way. But we wouldn't have an internet if it wasn't for the Defense Advanced Research Program. All right, that was government investment. The military played a big role in developing jet engines. It really, created a thriving air business for us. We funded the interstate highway. Another Republican, Eisenhower probably wouldn't get elected today by those Republicans.
You could even make it through the primaries. Never mind get elected.
Exactly. Nuclear power, the GPS. How much health and medicine breakthroughs have there been? I mean, Abraham Lincoln, in the middle of the Civil War, established the National Academy of Sciences. In the middle of the Civil War, he also signed a bill that gave land, access rights, cash to private companies to build transcontinental railroads. I mean, these people wouldn't do that type of thing for the country. We use federal purchasing power to purchase microchips for NASA and the Department of Defense, and that's how we ended up with affordable computers. So you just go on and on. Even right now, if you look at over at the Argonne National Labs, with government investment, they've invented this whole new lithium manganese battery for cars. It's going to be 50 to 100% better cathode density and increased safety on those. So that's how you got the Volt out there, and you've got GM now licensed to compete with the Volt. I mean, these aren't things where people said, we're going to make an investment in part. We're going to require that industry do as well. We're going to use the good resources of academia, and so we're going to all chip in here. And that's what drives this country. So everybody has to pay a fair amount of taxes. We take some of that money and, of course, pay down the debt that the Republicans have given us. But we have to cut less in the other programs that can make more investments that move this country forward and put people to work and put us on the cutting edge competitively. Because otherwise, we're number 3 now in terms of clean technology investments. China, Germany, then the United States. Right through 2009, we were number 1.
Yeah.
And it's just they're turning the investment around. Who in this country wants to be number 3?
Exactly. And in some cases, solar and wind, we're in the 20s. I mean, it's just high-speed rail the same way. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, we look around the country, look around the world, I should say, and we're losing. And in some cases, we're not even in the game. And that's mainly because Republicans have held Democrats, President Obama, your colleagues in the House and the Senate, hostage.
Well, most successful businesses understand 2 things. Revenues are part of the picture. You have to have the revenues. And the other is you have to invest in your business to make it successful. None of them think that you're going to have a successful business just by draining it out. Of course, sometimes if you get into the business that Mitt Romney was in, sometimes you do. You borrow a lot of money from the company that you just bought for short dollars. You drain it all out, borrow some more to pay back your investors or whatever, and then sometimes it just goes belly up. But people that want to invest in a successful company and hold on to it for a long time and put people to work and create things, they make the right investments. Revenues are a part of it, and it moves forward.
That's right. Representative John Tierney of Massachusetts, thank you, sir. You get it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you for fighting.